Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Now, in the absence of that, I'm looking at the prospects for December 17th. And indeed, the rationale, the philosophy, all those behind it, it appears it's also in tatters. If I had my way, I would say defer this referendum or suspend it or abolish it. Don't do it. Because we are not building a national consensus, cohesion, coherence behind this project like we did with the regional ones, in spite of people's reservations. That's the feeling I have. And I'm being honest with you. Knowing Ghana's history and our politics the way it is. I'm in control what my position had been on this whole matter from day one. And I'll be honest with you, before the year 2000, Nameka were fierce advocates for electing MMDCs on partisan basis, 100%.
Okay.
We've seen Dum, all the rest were part of us. Indeed, the MPP itself, in their manifesto, all the rest. Post 2000, few things happened. Then some of us began to revise our position that, hold on, how do we go about this?
Was it flip-flop?
No.
It was a flip.
Yes, you are entitled to describe it so. No, I will not be offended. I will go along with even your description. I'm okay with it. I'm telling people that, and people know. There are a lot of people who have interacted with me who know. Odru stage Kwame.
Yeah.
And there was one factor named use. Recently, it be framed no explanation though maybe I'm missing a point, and that is where the context of consequential amendments comes in. I had a difficulty. Say if there's Intelligence Act at 526. District Chief Executives, MMDCs, they are chairmen of the regional
district. Municipal and district chief.
Regional minister, DISEC and RESEC.
RESEC is the regional minister.
Yes. DISEC. Yeah, the
district.
So metropolitan, municipal, district. They are the heads of those.
That's the point I'm making. Yes, that's the point I'm making. I had a serious difficulty. Studied in Americana. Hold on, we are a unitary state. So you are not careful, now you create a certain imbalance relative to your intelligence and security architecture. It may lead to a situation where you into may control. And see, why are we going to elect maybe party A on our central government? But Nenkofo may take charge of districts and metropolitan centers, being municipal ones. Ne Ogawa be a chairman
of DISEC.
Of the DISEC and the other ones now. That's an obvious blueprint for chaos. And see, that was the stand I had. Nancy Anna Minibi argued, and the person who is part of the processes in Parliament called me and said, we will make point, but perhaps it's because I hadn't done deeper thinking relative to consequential amendments. So it means that even this intelligence, security and intelligence agencies RT is subject to amendment.
So the consequential amendments will cover
some of
these things. And are we suggesting so the DCs and MCs will not become chairmen anymore?
No, yes. Principally, but they could be members.
They could be members.
Yes.
Well, in fact, they should be members.
They should.
It will make sense.
And that means, but it means that it doesn't take away entirely that problem, except there it diffuses it. Because if they are there in terms of confidentiality and other things,
we'll take more record.
But the people say, look, we are building a nation. We are not building a party country. Into the spoils of power is being shared, quote unquote, as I put it. Into there's an interesting argument out there. This intellectual exercise, I'm prepared to learn. I'm prepared to listen and to modify and amend me positions. Flip flop. I'm prepared to do it. Yes.
You are prepared to flip flop?
Yes, in the my brother. I'm prepared to flip flop on this matter. But Sisiama and this fire, and that's a big party. Make no mistake about it. It's a party that has had a governance experience. It's a part, the main opposition party today, the only opposition party in parliament. you underestimate the implications of what they are done, will be joking. I think they've preached faith. They've shown that they could be very diabolical,
very dishonest.
Well, no, this is not
that's
about
a harsh word.
Diabolics and dishonesty.
Kwame,
yes,
to be honest,
when all the
protesters, as you just said,
yeah,
and in our part, all of
that is where I'm worried about.
This is complete dishonesty.
So why are you too late even to abandon the project? Meaning, if the people go ahead, December, the first one, the 2431, my whole sense is that it's not going to get come on. They won't give us the 2/3.
Mamu Hussein there, granted, they have December.
Without the 2/3.
Yes, you win.
Yes.
Now, in order to give beef to this position, party affair, you need the 2/3 also in parliament.
Yeah, but if you don't get it, what happens?
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. If you don't get it, we can go ahead, get the December thing. Yes, that's the situation they have created.
So therefore, we need to forget it.
That is what I am saying, Kwame. I mean, me feeling in the way I'm and look, they've done it in such a manner.
Is smiling.
No, I have something to say.
Oh,
you can make
I'll be good.
I have something to say.
Yes, why not? And it will be good if you have something to say. Because in Yabahana, that's what we are doing, exchanging views and, doing things like that. And Kwame, the other points I make say, what's Obama politics are too expensive.
Party chairman of Usampo raised
yes,
it
too expensive.
at the press conference.
If parties there was sponsor delegates or they will hold delegates conference on the is it the electoral area and Nyama well. Look, even on the national level elections, these parties they mobilize more than $100 to $120 million. I don't know where they get them from.
Yes,
that's what they do. But assuming put there. The extra bed the Biba Baba candidates $100 and $120 million now. Sisiano, district assembly elections, how is it financed? Apart from private funding, you be Ankasa mobilize Whisker. Common platform where still.
That's
part of fund, state fund of sponsorship.
No, so you can try to go and organize a platform and campaign. First, not but they have amended the law and now you can go.
Very interesting. I didn't know that. So you can do your own. So that's a part of your own private mobilization. But state DNA still remains.
Yes. But the last election,
we are still discussing.
Electoral Commission.
The Electoral Commission
we are still discussing and interrogating the idea of state funding for political parties. So we are still doing it.
Yes.
Even though even there's a political parties platform I'm the IE in Danida or Sabadi. Maybe is it Danida? There's a certain foreign which
and they have it for chairman, they have it for general secretary.
Yes, and they are talking of also creating a democracy fund. If one electoral reforms document now all the parties took part in to help. Now I'm saying that so I did the extra burden, Baba. Though parties could take part, you can still maintain that structure now at local level. The state helps.
Yes.
What's it? Why? The parties are violating the constitution by sponsoring, even if it's covertly. Saying your evidence now, we should report them for them to be punished. And then they are not lucky.
As if your posters in the book.
It's a question on the TV side. That's one local report. What's the why? If so, my opera way is like legalizing stealing. Because they're stealing. They're stealing. They say it's not because they're stealing. To prevent stealing, they legalize it.
Calm down.
Okay.
No.
Well, or you be a respect.
But I hear this whole thing. to do all of this.
You see, look, local government, I can't take him out of. It's fantastic.
He's an expert.
He knows. Stop speculation.
You are a credible person.
Don't stop speculation.
Stop speculation. You were saying that some MP people vote themselves. How did you know that? How did you know that? When you say we should be quiet.
Do you want it to breach faith?
Politics aside, or whatever one's disagreements with
our original minister who is speculating
local government matters.
Remember that we are regional minister.
Huge authority. I mean, any day, any time, I would want to learn from him. Uninterested there, Bibi Obaka, and I'm saying the minty don't know can this thing about stealing, but Matty others. Oh, I see. But Kwame, it's the same argument about vigilantes in Nanyama. There was some bravo order that applied the law, but gradually, when our parliament will print will pass. No.
They are banning Boy Scouts.
Before Unkusi Agano, members of parliament agreed and have passed a law.
Once you have brought a bill, definitely to go through. You have brought a bill, so definitely
you mean they couldn't say no? They couldn't dissent?
What's the bill that banned? You better discuss it. But let me tell you, the first year of
but the point I'm making is
whatever you do, it's like Boy Scouts.
It's a special, it's a office of special prosecutor.
Yeah.
So corruption there. Aren't you running too fast? This is we're a country. We are building. We are making history. There are times that agencies are created, been created 30, 40, 50 years. Have challenges. It's too early to judge.
Officer of the prosecutor, no. Until they amend the Article 88, is it 3 or 4? All prosecution must be done by the Attorney General, and then the Dole prosecutor until they amend it.
But wait, aren't you aware Parliament did certain things relative to that? They ceded some of the power to, in terms of knowledge prosecute. It was given to, some part has been given to the office. Kwame, I wish I had my art here. There's a portion that has been given.
Say, Attorney General cannot intervene in prosecution, special prosecutor.
Do you have the act?
No, I'm asking you.
Because this whole idea of the special prosecutor is about the constitutional provision there. Attorney General can cede.
Yes, and they did so in Parliament.
Gentlemen,
prosecution. I'm talking of knowledge.
Gentlemen,
that's true. They said they gave
gentlemen,
they gave some.
If I may have to use it advisedly, gentlemen. Good morning, Chairman General. From time to time, you correct the pronunciation of Mr. Kweku Baako, among others, who also correct him as some who do so to make fun of him. But he takes it all in his stride, without the slightest sign of irritation. I really like him for that. Your Wednesday panel is still special. Good morning to all of them. IKJC.
Hey,
yes.
Former MP.
I mean, man.
He was the headmaster of.
No, don't get it twisted. IKJC, former headmaster Tia Badia.
It was a columnist.
No,
Chronicle.
Jeuchem, the late.
But he was the columnist for Chronicle.
He's commending the police for doing his work.
That's a Ghanaian Times, so.
Yes, former Ghanaian Times editor. Now he's passed.
Ask me by my police.
Kweku.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.